Okay, there's something I like to say. I heard it somewhere else, just like a lot of things that are in the personal development space. You hear it from other people and you repeat it because they're good things. You cannot outperform your self-image. A lot of people ask me when I say that, what does that mean? And I'm going to spend some time explaining what that means today. For most of your life, the things that you have advanced in have been figured out for you. Let me explain that. In order to advance from first grade to second grade, you had to graduate from first grade. Then you were told you're ready for second grade. Whether you were or not, you were told you were ready for second grade. So your mind was made up by the time you got to second grade that you were a second grader because someone told you were ready for second grade. It's the same thing in the corporate world when you advance. Or let's use sports as an example. When you move up to the varsity team, you have to be ready to be a varsity player, or you will not be a very good varsity player no matter how talented you are. But when you're told you've made the team, it prepares you. So that's in the kind of sort of the fixed world of my self-image is prepared for me. Then there's the free agent world of your self-image where you have to kind of do things yourself. That's where you can outperform your self-image. Things like weight loss, goal setting. Let's use a goal as an example, or maybe an income goal or a weight loss goal. In order for you to reach a goal, let's say you have an income goal. Let's just use that as an example. And the unit is, I make $100,000 a year, but I really want to make $500,000 a year. The place where you can outperform your self-image is this. If you don't start acting and hanging around people that make $500,000 a year, or training for marathons, if that's what your goal is, then you're going to still behave like the person that you already are. Your current reality is going to dictate your results until you elevate your thinking and your mindset to that place where you want to be. In other words, you have to act from where you want to be, not to it. So the reason that that's difficult for people is because when you are told over here in the fixed area that it's time to move on, you automatically adjust. When you're trying to do it by yourself, you have to make that adjustment without a piece of paper saying now you're something else. You're all on your own. I'll give you another example. Excuse me. I was watching Golf Channel last night, just chipping through channels, and came across this golfer being interviewed, and he's very emotional. He didn't make the cut for the top 72 on the senior tour, so it was basically, at that age, the end of his career. And when they're interviewing him, he said things like, my putting has always been my problem. My putting has always been my downfall. Well, that's him accepting the fact that his putting couldn't elevate to a level where he could make it on the senior tour. Another example that the announcer said after the interview was, they remembered that when this particular player got on the senior tour, the first tournament he played in was with Ernie Els. And they remember him taking pictures of Ernie Els on the first tee box, like a fan. Well, that's an example of he's put himself down here and put Ernie Els up there, so his gap between where he was and where he wanted to be, which is at that level of an Ernie Els, was his own self-image of, I'm a fan of Ernie Els, I can't compete with him. So those are just some examples of not being able to outperform your self-image, particularly around goals. When you have big goals, and that's what we adhere to here at Breakthrough Table, big goals, you have to start acting like the person that already has those goals now, not wait until you have the goal to act like that. That's it.